Hello everybody, I hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome to my channel, Work Break MMA. I am your host, Work Break MMA. I will be giving you my predictions, breakdowns, and bets for UFC Fight Night Tysarukyan versus Hooker, coming from Doha, Qatar. The winner of this main event, in my mind, will get a shot at Ilia Topuria's 155-pound belt, which both of them have had little ongoing beefs with Topuria over the last few years, as well as an awesome co-main event between Bilal Muhammad and Ian Machado Gary. Also, some exciting prospects debuting on this card as well, two of them of which are main training partners of Paddy Pimblett, as well as the return of former flyweight title challenger Kyoji Horiguchi, returning from a 9-year leave. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. Opening up the card at heavyweight, we have Denzel Freeman. He is 6-1, 4 KOs, 1 decision win, and 1 submission win as well. He just turned 34 years old. He is 6'2", with a 77.5-inch reach, coming from Atlanta, Georgia. He is making his debut in the UFC. He is facing Marek Bujo. He is 6-0, 3 KOs, 3 subs, all of which are coming in the first 2 minutes of round 1. He is 32 years old. He is 6'4" with 78 inches of reach. He is coming from Poland. He is also making his debut as well. Bujo is a national champion in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Poland. He is extremely aggressive when he gets on top. He has faced questionable competition outside of the UFC. That's why he's been able to get so many ground and pound finishes and submission finishes early in the fight. Denzel Freeman has some really good wrestling as well as probably the boxing advantage as well on the feet. I am guessing that Denzel Freeman is going to be the underdog in this fight, and if he lasts longer than half a round, I believe that he can work a decision or maybe even a late finish against Bujo. Give me Denzel Freeman to win this fight. Up next, at 170 pounds, we have Nicholas Dalby. He is 23, 6-1, 7 KOs, 4 submission wins, and 12 decision wins. He is 41 years old. He is 5'11", with 74.5 inches of reach, coming from Denmark. He is my number 34 ranked welterweight in the UFC right now, as he is facing Saigid Izagokmaev. He is 22-2, 4 KOs, 12 submission wins, and 6 decision wins. He is 31 years old, 6 foot tall, with 75 inches of reach, coming from Russia. He is making his UFC debut. Nicholas Dalby is a tough pressure-based fighter with some good boxing, okay power, and some good takedown defense as well. His main go is the cardio. He can just outgo anyone hardly in any fight. Saigid is a very strong wrestler with some good power and some heavy top pressure, where if you give him his back, his rear naked choke is extremely dangerous. He has a lot of wins by rear naked choke outside of the UFC, but he hasn't fought in MMA in 3 years, so it's going to see whether or not he has ring rust or not. But I think if he works the takedowns early, it can work some openings for ground and pounds and submission attempts. Give me Saigid to win this fight by round 3 submission or a decision win. Coming up at 155 pounds, we have Nuro Aliyev. He is 10-0, 2 KOs, 8 decision wins. 24 years old. He is 5'10", with 72 inches of reach. He is coming from Tajikistan. He is my number 38 ranked lightweight in the UFC. He will be facing Shaquem Rock. He's making his debut. He is 12-1-1, 2 KOs, 9 submission wins, and 1 decision win. He is 32 years old, 6 foot tall, with 73 inches of reach. He is coming from Liverpool, England. Nuro Aliyev has a suffocating wrestling style where he honestly blankets people for the large majority of the fight, as you can tell by his 8 decision wins and 10 wins total. He has a very sneaky boxing style where he has some okay power, not really great kicks at all. But his wrestling is just very heavy, very strong. He can control a lot of fighters. While Shaquem Rock, main training partner of Paddy Pimblett, he has some great BJJ skills, amazing back takes. He has some goofy kicks that are actually effective, similar to the way Paddy Pimblett does as well. He has some solid submission games off his back. But unfortunately, I just think Aliyev's wrestling will counter his jiu-jitsu too well, and I think Aliyev will blanket him for a large majority of the fight and get a rather boring decision. Give me Nuro Aliyev by decision. Up next at 185 pounds, we have Ryan Loader. He is 7-2 with 5 knockouts and 2 decision wins. He is 34 years old, 6'2" with 76 inches of reach. He is coming from California, USA. He is my 52nd ranked middleweight in the UFC, and he will be facing Ismail Nurdayev. He is 24-8. He has 12 KOs, 6 submission wins, and 6 decision wins as well. He is 29 years old, 6 foot tall, with 74 inches of reach. He is coming from Morocco. He is my 46th ranked middleweight in the UFC. Ryan Loader won the Ultimate Fighter Season 32. He was an All-American wrestler with some great takedowns and some good trips as well. He has some really solid cardio. He is lacking in the striking department, but he trains at a good team, an American top team, that I think he can develop it slightly quickly. While Nurdayev is a base of kickboxing with some really good power and some questionable cardio and wrestling defense. If Loader can work takedowns and control Nurdayev early in round 1, I believe that he will get tired sooner and he will be much easier to take down and control on the ground. I think Loader can work takedowns and out-damage Nurdayev to a decision win and possibly a ground and pound TKO in round 2. Coming up at 135 pounds, we have a very exciting fight. We have Alexandre Topuria, the older brother of Ilia Topuria. He is 6-1, 3 knockouts, 2 submission wins, and a decision win as well. He is 29 years old, 5'7", with 68 inches of reach, coming from Spain. He is my 36th ranked bantamweight in the UFC right now, and he will be facing Bekzat Almakhan. He is 12-2, 10 knockouts, 1 submission win, and 1 decision win. He is 28 years old, exact same height and reach, 5'7", 68-inch reach as Topuria. He is coming from Kazakhstan. He is my number 25 ranked bantamweight in the UFC right now. These are 2 of the best prospects and bantamweight right now facing off against each other. Alexandre Topuria fights a lot like his brother Ilia Topuria. He has some nice boxing combinations as well as some really nice trips and throws when it comes to judo and Greco-Roman wrestling style wrestling. While Bekzat Almakhan might be one of the most pound-for-pound powerful fighters in the entire UFC. He has some extremely powerful hands and some sneaky good kicks as well. If Alexandre Topuria cannot take down Bekzat Almakhan, I think he might be in trouble with some of his power shots and kicks. I think Bekzat Almakhan can get a TKO win over Ilia Topuria's older brother. If he cannot work takedowns, Bekzat Almakhan will hit him with some boxing combinations or even fire a kick and hurt his legs early on in the fight. Give me Bekzat Almakhan to win the fight by finish. Now at 125 pounds, we have Tagir Ulanbekov. He is 17-2, 1 KO, 8 submission wins, and 8 decision wins. He is 34 years old, 5'7", with 70 inches of reach, coming from Dagestan, Russia. He is my 11th ranked flyweight in the UFC right now, and he will be facing the returning Kyoji Horiguchi. He is 34-5, 15 knockouts, 5 submission wins, and 14 decision wins. He is 35 years old, 5'5", with 65 inches of reach, coming from Japan. He is returning after 9 years away from the UFC, where he went 15-3 in that time frame. Tagir is an extremely strong grappler. He has some good takedowns and some good control on the time. He is a little slow on the feet, and he can be hit at times, but he is much stronger than a lot of flyweights in the UFC right now. He has some sneaky kicks as well. Not a whole lot to offer on the feet, while Kyoji Horiguchi is going to be the much quicker striker on the feet. He has some good takedown defense, and he has faced some amazing competition outside of the UFC. I think that he can honestly dance around Tagir Ulanbekov this fight, leg kick him, and even hit him with some quick boxing combinations. I think Kyoji Horiguchi can work an easy decision win, and I wouldn't be shocked if he dropped him at some point in this fight. Give me Kyoji Horiguchi to win this fight by decision. Now, coming up at 205 pounds, we have Rafael Sequeira. He is 11-3, 8 knockouts, 2 submissions, and 1 decision win as well. He is 35 years old, 6'3", with 76 inches of reach, coming from Brazil. He is my 40th ranked light heavyweight on the roster, and he will be facing Abdul Rakam Yakiayev. He is 7-0 with 3 knockouts, 3 submission wins, and a decision win as well. He is 24 years old, 6'2", with 78 inches of reach, coming from Turkey. He is making his UFC debut by way of Dana White Contender Series this season. Yukyaev is an extremely powerful striker with some solid boxing, good clinch game, and some solid kicks as well. He has some really good takedowns with some heavy top control, as well as some good submission game and some good ground and pound as well. He is one of the better prospects in my mind right now at 205 pounds. While Sakara is a solid boxer with some good power and okay wrestling, but his durability has always been the question in his fights. He's been knocked out in the first round twice in the UFC. I believe Yukyaev will pressure him too much early on in this fight, and he'll catch him early on in this fight. I think Yukyaev will win this fight by round 1 TKO. Now, headlining the prelims at 145 pounds, we have Bogdan Grad. He is 15-3 with 9 knockouts, 3 submission wins, and 3 decision wins as well. He is 30 years old, 5'8", with 70 inches of reach. He is fighting out of Austria. He is my 41st ranked featherweight right now in the UFC, and he will be facing the highly touted prospect, Luke Riley. He is 11-0 with 8 KOs and 3 decision wins. He is 26 years old, 5'9" with 70 inches of reach, coming out of Liverpool, England, obviously making his UFC debut. Grad is a tough, dynamic kickboxer with great cardio and solid power with his hands. He has some okay grappling as well, where he can mix in trips and takedowns, and really he's just a well-rounded, well-durable fighter. While Luke Riley has some of the most beautiful boxing combinations you'll see in MMA. He mixes the shots well to the body and the head, and he has a very good clinch game as well, where he works knees and he works punches as well to the body. He has a very active clinch game. He also has some great ground defense and submission defense, which comes from training with Paddy Pimblett and Shaquem Rock earlier on this card. This will be an entertaining scrap where I believe both fighters will be bloodied up early on in this fight, and they both will have success early on in this fight. But I just really like the potential of Luke Riley. I think he has a potential to be something good in MMA and be a potential star. I think he can work a body shot TKO in late round 2 or maybe even round 3. Give me Luke Riley for body shot TKO round 2 or 3. Now, opening up the main card at 125 pounds, we have Asu Almabayev. He is 22-3 with 3 KOs, 9 submission wins, and 10 decision wins as well. He is 31 years old, 5'4", with 65 inches of reach, coming out of Kazakhstan. He is my 8th ranked fighter right now, flyweight in the UFC, and he will be facing Alex Perez, who is 25-9, 6 knockouts, 7 submission wins, and 12 decision wins. He is 33 years old, 5'6", with 65.5 inches of reach, coming from California, USA. He is my 10th ranked flyweight right now in the UFC. Alex Perez has some good boxing, some okay power, and some good wrestling defense as well, but he has been very inactive and injury prone over the last few years. I think Asu Almabayev, he's been more active. He's honestly, in my mind, the better wrestler in this matchup as well. He might even have a slight edge in the boxing. His boxing is not much worse than Perez, if it is at all. I think Asu Almabayev has some better kicks as well, and I think he can work his way to a rather competitive decision win where he will out-control him and out-kickbox him at range. Give me Almabayev to win this fight by decision. Next fight on the main card, coming up at 265 pounds heavyweight, we got Sergey Spivak, 17-6, 7 knockouts, 8 submission wins, and 2 decision wins as well. He is 30 years old, 6'3", with 78 inches of reach, coming from Moldova. He is my 7th ranked heavyweight right now in the UFC, and he will be facing the peak male athleticism, Shamil Gaziev. He is 14-1, 9 KOs, 3 submission wins, and 2 decision wins as well. He is 35 years old, 6'4", with 78.5 inches of reach, coming from Bahrain. He is my 11th ranked heavyweight right now in the UFC. Sergey Spivak is one of the better wrestlers right now in the heavyweight division with some great trip game and a great sambo-based wrestling game as well, where he works, throws, and trips along the fence and cage side, and he has some heavy top control with some dynamic submission games. He has arm bars, kimuras, arm triangles. He can really submit you from just about everywhere. While Shamil Gaziev will have the slight size advantage in this fight, as well as, in my mind, the boxing and the power advantage as well. If Shamil Gaziev can defend takedowns, I think he will be able to outpoint him and outbox him to a decision, but I just don't think he can. I think Sergey Spivak will just be too good too soon. I think his wrestling is an extremely sneaky factor to this fight. If he takes down Shamil Gaziev early on in this fight, I believe that Shamil will tire out. I think Sergey Spivak can take him down, control him, tire him out, and he'll be a lot easier to hit on the feet and a lot easier to take down. Give me Sergey Spivak to win this fight by decision. Now, coming up at 170 pounds, we have Jack Hermansson. He is 24-9 with 10 knockouts, 7 submission wins, and 7 decision wins. He is 37 years old, 6'1" with 77.5-inch reach. Coming from Sweden. He is making his welterweight debut, moving down a weight class where he was ranked before at middleweight. He will be facing Miktebek Orablai. He is 14-2-1, 6 knockouts, 6 submissions, and 2 decision wins. He is 27 years old, 5'10" with 74 inches of reach, coming from Kyrgyzstan. He is returning to the welterweight division after some rough going at lightweight, where he's had some weight misses and some losses as well. Jack Hermansson, in his last fight, suffered one of the most brutal knockouts I have ever seen watching UFC. He was knocked out cold for probably about a solid 5 minutes. And I don't know if moving down a weight class was the right move for him here after such a heavy shot was landed on him. I think with the dehydrating a little bit more in your body and the fact that he is 37 years old coming off one of the worst losses in his career, I do not feel great picking him in this fight. While Miktebek Orablai has a very heavy wrestling style with a very pace-pushing style where he paces you and boxes you against the cage and works takedowns against the cage. I think Miktebek Orablai can catch Jack Hermansson with a shot. He can take him down. He can submit him. He can do anything he honestly wants to do in this fight. I think Miktebek Orablai will win this fight by a rather dominant decision win. Now coming up, the feature fight at 205 pounds, we have Volkan No Time Oezdemir. He is 20-8, 13 knockouts, 2 submission wins, and 5 decision wins. He is 36 years old, 6'2" with 75 inches of reach, coming out of Switzerland. He is my 7th ranked light heavyweight right now in the UFC, and he will be facing Alonzo Menafield. He is 17-5-1, 9 knockouts, 4 submission wins, and 4 decision wins as well. He is 38 years old, 6 foot tall with 76 inches of reach, coming from Texas, USA. He is my number 14th ranked light heavyweight right now in the UFC. Volkan Oezdemir is a sharp, powerful boxer and kickboxer with some extremely powerful straight boxing combinations. His 1 and 2 is extremely sharp. He has an extremely powerful jab, as well as his leg kicks are very quick and can catch you off guard and can damage your leg extremely early on in the fights. While Menafield has some good wrestling and some good cardio as well, where I think he will have the advantage in the wrestling and the cardio department. But the one thing I just can't get past Alonzo Menafield is he chooses not to do the smart things in fights most of the time. I think if Alonzo Menafield were to wrestle early in this fight, he would have some success. But I just don't think that he will. And I think Volkan Oezdemir will make it a stand-up fight where he will pick at his legs. He will hit his head really hard with some straight shots. And honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if Volkan Oezdemir landed head kicks at some point in this fight. I think Alonzo Menafield will be too easy to hit if he's on the feet. And I think Volkan Oezdemir can get himself a 2nd or 3rd round TKO. Now, everybody, it's time for your co-main event at 170 pounds. We have former welterweight champion Belal Muhammad. He is 24-4 with 5 knockouts, 1 submission win, and 18 decision wins on his resume. He is 37 years old, 5'11", with 72 inches of reach, coming from Chicago, Illinois, USA. My number 2 ranked welterweight right now in the UFC. He will be facing Ian Machado Gary. He is 16-1, 7 knockouts, 1 submission, and 8 decision wins. He is 28 years old, 6'3", and 74.5 inches of reach, coming by way of Ireland. He is my number 6 ranked welterweight contender right now in the UFC. Everybody knows Bilal Muhammad's game plan. He's going to pressure you with boxing until you get to the cage side, and then he's going to wrap his arms around your legs and dump you on your head. He is a very heavy pressure-based wrestler with some good boxing, some sneaky body and head kicks, by the way, and also just really not a whole lot of threat at all to finish a fight. He doesn't have a great submission game, and his hands, even though they are dangerous and will push you back and make you uncomfortable, they won't do a whole lot of damage to you. I think Ian Gary is a very high IQ kickboxer, and I think he will come up with a very good game plan using his strengths, where he will circle around the cage with his speed, kicking and teeping at his legs and body, while also hitting him with some quick 1-2s and combinations on the feet. I think in a 3-round fight that this does benefit Ian Gary more than it does Bilal Muhammad. I think Ian Gary can get some work done early, win round 1 or round 2, and then we'll see if Bilal Muhammad can get something done in round 3. But I think Ian Gary will win a close decision where he will just do more in the first 2 rounds of the fight and get a decision win over the number 2 welterweight in the world. Now, everyone, it is time for your main event of the evening. At 155 pounds, we have Arman Tsarukyan, 22-3, 9 knockouts, 5 submissions, and 8 decision wins. He is 29 years old, 5'7", with 72.5 inches of reach, coming by way of Armenia. He is my number 1 ranked lightweight in the UFC outside of the current champion, Ilia Topuria. He will be facing Dan the Hangman Hooker, 24-12 with 11 knockouts, 7 submissions, and 6 decision wins. He is 35 years old, 6 foot tall, with 75.5 inches of reach, coming by way of Auckland, New Zealand. He is my number 5 ranked lightweight in the UFC right now. Dan Hooker is tough as nails. He has some really good kickboxing, some really good power, as well as some really good takedown defense and some good submission defense as well when he gets on the ground. He has amazing knees and kicks up the middle, which I think could play a factor into this fight early on. But I think Arman Tsarukyan, with his explosive wrestling base and great combinations where he does explode and jump into combinations as well, will be enough to hit Dan Hooker early on in this fight, hurt him early on in this fight, and I believe that Arman Tsarukyan, within the first 3 rounds of this fight, will knock down Dan Hooker and find a submission on the ground not long after knocking down Dan Hooker. I think he is just too good in the wrestling department. He has some really good submissions. One of the best athletes probably in the UFC right now is Arman Tsarukyan. I think Arman Tsarukyan will win by submission in round 2 or 3, and I believe he will get a shot at Ilia Topuria's title, whether it be next, whether it not be, he will get a shot in his next fight at the title at 155 pounds. Hello everybody, thank you for making it to the end of the video. I am Workbreak MMA. I really have never done anything like this before. It is something out of the normal to me. I never really made videos for people to watch. I haven't really been too much of the social type throughout the last few years. And I have been thinking about starting an MMA YouTube channel for the last 2 years really, and finally I am jumping onto it. MMA is something I've been following for the last 4 years pretty heavily, and something that I have invested a lot of time and research into, creating my own rankings and also making my own list just for fun, just to rank fighters all time or even during certain events. Please leave feedback on the videos, see what I can do. I'm always going to try to make the videos a little bit better for you guys to enjoy. Leave feedback on what you think I can do to make it feel better, and also like the video, and you guys have a great day.